Great is the Lord was one of the first worship songs that Michael Smith wrote with his wife Debbie. The inspiration for the lyrics were drawn from Psalm 145, verse 3. Great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. Debbie recalled the story of the song when she was interviewed by Lindsay Terry of the St. Augustine Record. Sometimes at night, we would light a candle and would often open the Bible, and God would inspire our hearts with a particular passage of Scripture. We wrote many praise courses and worship songs during these evening sessions. In 1982, God led us to a particular passage of Scripture that we both thought would be the base for a good song. I wrote a few lines of the lyric as Michael was working on the music. We worked very closely together, and the words and the musical setting came together at the same time. At the time, the couple were active members of Belmont Church on Music Row in Nashville. They were eager to share their new song with the congregation. Debbie Smith recalled, Michael often led worship at the church, so during one of the services, he taught the song to the congregation. They seemed greatly moved to a spirit of worship as they sang, Great is the Lord. He said, I remember I was so overwhelmed as I heard that great crowd lifting their voices in praise as they sang our song. Enjoy as Linda Norris plays this piece of music, Great is the Lord.
You are listening to the story behind the hymn with Faye Wheeler. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these brief messages.
Night Off the Streets provides a place for homeless to sleep, out of the cold. We need your help. I had no intention of volunteering. Then I did, because it needed to be done. The miracle is that I have been more blessed than they. Won't you share a little of your time to give someone a warm place to go overnight?
And I had to go get back into my cabin. I'd been gone. I'd been out over to Albany, New York, trading and getting supplies. I was heading back to my cabin, and I came up the draw and eased up over the edge by the rock face, and Sniffer stiffened. I could feel him bunch up, and I knew it was trouble. He was staring into the woods across the flat from behind my cabin, and out of the trees came the Indian with 6 of his warriors. And I looked up and I seen Black Wolf. He was my friend. Owl was with him. Man, what a reunion. I hadn't seen him in over a year. Well, really, that was just a story. I made that up. That's in my book. This one here is the cabin under Flatiron Point. In 1953, I made a ride with my cousin's horse up in the mountains. I found a cabin. I wondered whose it was, what it was. It had almost destroyed. It was almost down to the ground because the wood had rotted. This is the Pony Express. I've been president of the Pony Express, ridden since 2011. What a fun time. We're going to talk about how we publish these books. We're going to talk about, do you have a story? Do you want to tell it? What we'll do is we'll talk about these 2 books. We'll talk about publishing, and we'll talk about your adventures, and hope to see you here at the Family Life Center at First Presbyterian Church on Musser on the 13th of November at 10 o'clock. And hope to see you there. Enjoy, and I'd love to tell you some more stories.
Welcome back to the story behind the hymn with Faye Wheeler.
Composer Fanny Crosby wrote our song today, He Hideth My Soul. Fanny could not see with her natural eyes, but she could see with her heart. She could not explain what a human face looked like, but she knew the face of God. Blind from 6 weeks old because of a surgical mishap, her life was different than most, but it was not worse than most. Fanny Crosby supported herself as a teacher at a blind school. She had dear and close friends around the world, and she is best remembered because she wrote and published thousands of beautiful hymns, many that are still sung today. Regarding her plight in life, she wrote the following words: "It seemed intended by the blessed providence of God that I should be blind all my life, and I thank Him for the dispensation. If perfect earthly sight were offered to me tomorrow, I would not accept it. I might not have sung hymns to the praise of God if I had been distracted by the beautiful and interesting things about me. For those who have natural sight but are blind to the things of God, Fanny Crosby's songs bring a sense of His presence. He hideth my soul in the cleft of the rock that shadows a dry, thirsty land. He hideth my life with the depths of His love and covers me there with His hand." Sing along with Linda Norris as she plays He Hideth My Soul.
Thank you for listening to the story behind the hymn with Faye Weaver. If you've enjoyed it, hit the like button. Subscribe and ring the bell if you would like notification when this channel has new content. This program is a production of Aunt Betty's Studio, a ministry of First Presbyterian Church, Carson City.